Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss question number 31 to 40 of alcohol, ether and epoxide from advanced problems in organic chemistry for JEE by MS Chauhan. In question number 31 we have weak oxidizing agent present here, PCC. So it can oxidize 1 degree alcohol to aldehyde only. This alcohol cannot be oxidized because there is no hydrogen present here. So this 1 degree alcohol will be oxidized to aldehyde. So for question number 31, option B will be the correct option. In question number 32, we have substituted OH by Br and we have to convert it in base reagent. We have to think about the base reagent. Okay. So if we compare, we can't use Br2 and CH2MgBr because they will not form that product. But if you add HBr and SOBr2, they can form the product by two different mechanisms. If we add HBr, so initially this OH group will be protonated like this. Okay, and this carbocation is formed. Now Br minus can approach to give this kind of product, but along with this we can have some amount of alkene as side product. So this is not only product. Okay, CH3 CH CH3Br is not the only product. We can have alkene or elimination product also. But if you add SOBr2, this is a SNI reaction. Okay, if you add SOBr2, this is SNI reaction, and as you know that in SNI reaction we have exclusively only one product, that is this. So for this question number 32 we have to choose the base reagent. Okay, and for this question option B will be the correct option. In question number 32, this is a case of semi-pinacol-pinacolone rearrangement. pH, OH, and if you add HNO2, this will be converted to good leaving group N2 plus. Now as we know the mechanism of pinacol-pinacolone rearrangement, that the group in the anti position or anti-periplanar position will migrate. So this C double bond O will form, this pH will migrate, and this nitrogen will be eliminated from the system. So we can have a situation like this. H CH3 pH. Okay, so if you compare the options, option A will be the correct option because here we have below the plane OH and above the plane CH3. Here also we have below the plane OH and above the plane CH3. So question number 33, option A will be the correct option. In question number 34, we have HiO4. We can have a trick to solve the question of HiO4. HiO4 is applicable for a 1,2-diol system. If you add HiO4, initially you can break the 1,2 bond and you can draw these two fragments like this. The next you can do, you can add another 2 OH. This is a trick. I am again repeating, this is a trick. This is not the proper mechanism. You can check my other videos for the proper mechanism. But in this video, we are just discussing about how to solve the questions. We are not discussing about the mechanism and the detailed thing about the HiO4 oxidation. This is only how to solve the questions. That's why we are introducing the tricks. Okay. Now if we add 2 OH in the same molecule and or the same carbon, water will be eliminated, and here we can have this kind of thing. Here also you can draw this kind of thing. Okay, so now if you start with this molecule using the same trick, we have below the plane methyl, above the plane OH, again below the plane methyl, above the plane OH. Now we can break this bond and we can draw below the plane OH with, we have to break this bond and we have to add 2 OH like this. Again we have to add 2 OH like this, and we have below the plane CH. Now if 2 OH is here, minus of water we have to done, correct? Here also water elimination, and finally we will get this. Now if you reduce using lithium aluminum hydride, you can have alcohol here, you can have another alcohol here, so you have generated two chiral center here. Okay, now if we have two chiral center and if we draw a sigma plane here, it is a sigma plane also, so the overall formula will be total number of molecule will be 2 to the power n minus 1. Here the number of chiral center is 2, so you can write 2 to the power 2 minus 1, so 3 will be the maximum number of stereoisomers we can have from this question. So option D will be the correct option. In question number 35, we have two different ester like this and this. Now if we see S minus is more stable than O minus because the vacant d orbital of sulfur. So if we have O minus here, so initially this O minus will first approach to this carbonyl, this pi bond will open, it will come again, and we are going to have this kind of situation initially. Okay, so 5-member ring, sorry, above the plane S minus, and again we have above the plane O C double bond O CH. Again another OH minus will approach to the, now to this C double bond O, this will come, and finally we will have 5-member ring with S minus and O minus. Now if we add H plus, okay, this will convert it to SH and OH. So option B will be the correct option. In question number 35, we can apply the same theory. We can have S minus here, but we have below the plane OC double bond CH here, OC double bond CH. Okay, so if you add OH minus, this is the external nucleophile, but in molecule already we have S minus, which is a good nucleophile. So this S minus can behave like a nucleophile, and there will be some NGP because it is above the plane and it is below the plane. So here we can perform NGP. So from above the plane it will come, and this leaving will be eliminated. So we are going to have a cyclic 3-member ring here, a cyclic 3-member ring here. So option C will be the correct option. In question number 37, if we start with this molecule, initially we have to add Grignard reagent because we need one methyl here. Okay, so we can draw the product like this. Now we can add H plus to have a thing like this, and if you add heat, this OH will be eliminated and we are going to have alkene. Okay, now if we add KMnO4, syn diol formation is going to happen, OH. Now if we add oxidizing agent like CrO3, this 3-degree alcohol cannot be oxidized, but this 2-degree alcohol can be oxidized, and finally we will have C double bond O. Okay, so the proper order should be Grignard reagent, acid heat, diol formation, oxidation. So 1, 4, 2, 3 should be the proper order of the reagent. So option C will be the correct option. In question number 38, if hydride will approach to this carbon, this bond will be dissociated. Okay, and we are going to have 2-degree alcohol, and if hydride reacts with this carbon, this bond will be eliminated and we are going to have 3-degree alcohol. Now, if we react with lithium aluminum hydride, this is the case of neutral ring. So, this hydride will approach to the less static carbon. This CO bond will be broken and we are going to have 3-degree alcohol. Okay. But if we add AlCl3, which will make this Lewis acid Lewis base reaction, so the positive charge over oxygen will make the ring electron deficient. Now hydride will approach where the carbocation is more stable and we are going to form 2-degree alcohol. So for question number 38, option C will be the correct option. In question number 31, in solvolysis of 1,2-dimethyl propyl para-toluene sulfonate in acetic acid at 75 degrees centigrade. So para-toluene sulfonate is a good leaving group and solvolysis is basically a formation of carbocation. So we are going to have SN1 reaction for the substitution reaction, and alkene, for alkene we need E1 reaction because carbocation are the intermediate for the both case. So for question number 39, option D will be the correct option. In question number 40, we have introduced lithium aluminum hydride, and if we react with lithium aluminum hydride, we will get this kind of situation. Okay. Now if alcohols are present, it will react with acetic anhydride. One alcohol will react with one acetic anhydride, and here we have 3 alcohols. So if alcohols are react with acetic anhydride, we can have this kind of situation. Okay, so esters are going to be formed. So we have 3 acidic anhydrides. We can react with these 3 formed alcohols. Okay, so option C will be the correct option for question number 40. Thank you for watching.